twirl that fork into a plate of delicious, creamy, saucy, unbelievably yummy fettuccine with a creamy Boursin sauce that I'm gonna sneak a little sausage in there because you know I love a sausage, okay? I love this recipe. I love it so much. It is incredibly simple and easy, and I'm gonna walk you through it. Does not require a ton of ingredients, but they're all the right ones, and we're gonna get cooking right away. Now, the thing I love about this is that really the base is your sauce and your Boursin, which is like a spreadable cheese. It looks like this. I always use a garlic and herb. It is my favorite. It's delicious on a cheese board. It is phenomenal as a filling, and it's fantastic in a sauce. You can do this so many different ways. I'm gonna show you to make the basic, your sauce, but I'm gonna add some sausage in here today because I love sausage. You can do this totally vegetarian. You can add some vegetables to this. You can add some peas at the end, or you could also add a little vodka and sort of turn it into a vodka sauce creamy situation. Whatever you do, just let this be an inspiration to make it and put it on the table, okay? Because it is very delicious. We love it. I think this is my third time making it in a week. And I'm probably gonna make it again this weekend because that's how much we love it around here. Now the sausage is out of the casing. This is about 3/4 of a pound. Some are sweet and some are spicy. And I'm just gonna, as it comes to temperature, I'll break it up a lot with my spurtle or your wooden spoon. In the meantime, I'm going to finely mince an onion. You can use shallots. And I'm also gonna chop up a few cloves of garlic. And I'm gonna set these aside while my sausage gets nice and browned. Sausage is looking good. It's not fully done yet, but that's okay. I'm gonna come in with my onion and I'm gonna cook all of these together with just like a little pinch of salt, because you know how I feel about flavoring things in layers. You get such a beautiful round seasoned dish when you do that. Every bite tastes so good. And I'm just gonna let these saute another like 5 to 6 minutes. I really just want the sausage to cook further, and I want those onions just to get a little color, cook down a bit, and do all kinds of delicious things. Adding in my garlic now. I'm gonna let that cook for like another 30 seconds. And now this is the part where you can come in and make it a little boozy, okay? You can add a splash of dry white wine. That'll make it really delicious. You can add a splash of vodka, and that's what would be, vodka is really like a flavor enhancer in your sauce, kind of like salt is, just slightly different. And that would give you a really great flavor as well. I also want to show you that if you don't want to use any of those things, and if you don't want to use any alcohol at all, but you have a lot of fronds in the bottom, which are all those just gnarly, gorgeous brown bits that you want to lift, you can always come in with just a splash of water. And you see, it lifts them up almost immediately, and that goes into your sauce, giving you extra depth, extra flavor, and it's really delicious. And it's just a little splash of water. It won't add any contrast because there's no acid in there, but it's just gonna help lift those bits nice and easy and quickly, and they'll disperse through your sauce just a little bit easier. So that's a tip to use. Like I said, if you don't wanna use wine or anything like that, just go in with a little splash of water and it will really help you, like I said, lift those bits, and then it just becomes like this liquid gold that will get dispersed throughout your sauce so nicely. Now I'm gonna come in here with some tomato products. I'm using a 14.5 ounce can of cherry tomatoes. If you don't have that, just use like a 28 ounce, well, it's a little bit too much, but you would use like a 15 ounce can of like a crushed tomato or a plum tomato that you crush by hand. Then I take about a half a cup of water, add it to the can just to rinse it out and put it back in here. And I'm gonna add that right in. Gorgeous. I'll add a little bit more water to my measuring cup, so I don't want to leave any flavor behind. And now as this cooks for the next like 15-ish minutes, I'm gonna come in here and I'm going to just burst those cherry tomatoes. You know what I did mean to add, and I didn't add it in the beginning, but I'll add it now. I like a little heat. You can do one of a few things. You can add a hot pepper, like a pinch of hot pepper flakes, or a little Calabrian chili is always good, and this is so delicious. I'm gonna add a little bit of that in there, a little bit of Basil. I'm just gonna bruise it, add it in there. And now I'm just gonna let this cook nice and gently for like 15-ish minutes or so, maybe closer to 20 on a gentle heat. And then when this is close to being done, I'll make sure to drop my pasta in that boiling water so it all gets done at the same time. Sauce is gorgeous. It's been simmering for about 20 minutes. I added my fettuccine to some salted boiling water. They're gonna cook to like a couple minutes shy of al dente because I want to finish it in here. But now that the sauce is pretty much done, I've tasted it for seasoning. It's perfect. It's perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and drop in my block of Boursin, which, like I said, it's like a spreadable cheese. You can get like the Alouette brand if you want to. This just happens to be my go-to, just because I honestly, to be honest with you, it's easy for me to find in my grocery store. It's delicious, but any like garlic and herb spreadable cheese like this will work. In a pinch, you can use heavy cream instead. A little bit different in texture, a little bit different in flavor, but still be absolutely delicious. I'm just gonna basically keep this in here at a low temperature just until my pasta is ready. Then I'll crank it back up and we'll finish it all off together. Pasta is about ready. I'm gonna take a big fat ladleful of that starchy water. And I know what you're thinking, Laura, what did you do? It's so liquidy, but listen, we do things for a reason. I'm gonna take my pasta, I'm gonna finish it cooking in the sauce. So I want a bit of extra liquid because as it cooks, lost the noodle. Hey, as it continues to cook, it will thicken to absolute perfection, and it's so good, you guys. And also, you know, that starchy water is gonna help that sauce really stick to the pasta. It's fantastic. I'm just gonna give this like 2-ish minutes or so. I'm gonna crank up the heat just a little tiny bit, and then we'll finish it with some parm and job done. You see how gorgeous that is now? Oh, it's saucy, it has thickened. Adding in my parm, giving it all a really good toss together. I'm gonna remove it from the heat, and that's it. It is done. Bring it to the table just like this. Maybe a little more basil on top, a little more parm on the side, and honey, you are set for our gorgeous, gorgeous, creamy, delicious dinner. And I'm telling you what, it does, that Boursin does provide such, I don't know, like yummy creaminess with flavor and just a little salty. Do you know what I mean? And it's so good. It's all so delicious. I can really smell it. The pasta is perfectly cooked. We're gonna give it a whirl, literally. I love a fettuccine. My sister loves a fettuccine, so she's gonna be very, very happy to have this. Gotta give me a second. It's hot. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Oh, it's so good. Check the description down below for everything you need to know about the recipe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Buon appetito.